Our session today will be on 4 units. We'll start with time value of money. Time value of money. So in this topic, we are going to look at the future value, how to calculate future value. So the value that we get at the end of an investment in a future date is called a future value. It's based on what is called compounding. So to compound basically is to earn or accrue interest. That is what it means to compound. So to earn or accrue interest, that is to compound. So we have the formulas for future value, which is present value, 1 plus r over m to the power mt. So PV stands for the present value. R is the nominal interest rate, and m is the number of compounding. So compoundings are done in such a way that we can have what? Annual compoundings, which is once. Okay, that is annual. Semi-annual is how many times? Twice. Quarterly, 4 times. Uh-huh. Then monthly, that is 12 times. Weekly, 50 what? How many weeks are there? 52. So these compoundings are important because for every interest rate, we are going to divide by the number of compoundings, whether it's nominal interest rate or real interest rate, and the time, and you multiply it by the number of compoundings. So this is how we calculate the future value. So we also have what is called the compound annual growth rate. Compound annual growth rate is simply given by the ending value over beginning value, okay, to the power 1 over n minus 1. So this one is the average annual growth rate that an investment may have for time instead of the ending value over beginning value to the power 1 over n minus 1. And we also have what is called the effective annual rate. It's also an interest. Effective annual rate is simply the effective annual rate is simply the compounding that we have within the year. It is simply given 1 plus r over m to the power m minus 1. So this is called the effective annual rate. Okay, then we are going to use these interest rates when we are calculating. Then when we are comparing different investments, we need to ensure that we convert these rates into the effective annual rate and calculate them. All right, so this is under time value of money. So the future value is simply the money we're expecting at a later time. So let's look at this question here. You invest 1,500 at an annual interest rate of 8% compounded semi-annually. How much will you have at the end of 7 years? So this came in the previous test. So what's the formula for future value? What's the formula for future value? Future value is called what? Present value 1 plus r over m times time mt. So what are we given in this case? We have 8%. This is our what? Our r. Semi-annual means our m is what? 2. Then 1,500 is our present value. What is our given? The 7 is our time. So we're going to have 1,500 pound plus the 8%, 0.08 over M. The number of compound is 2, which is here 2 times our time, which is 7. Are we together? So when we compute that, what do we get? You need to have a calculator nearby. What you get? We're going to get 2597.51. 2597. Okay. Then question number 3, an investment of 4,000 grows to 6,500 in 5 years. What is the compound annual growth rate for this investment? What did we say? To calculate the compound annual growth rate for an investment, it is simply what? The ending value, okay? Compound annual growth rate is simply equal to what? Ending value over the beginning value, or the present value, the power what? 1 over n minus 1. Okay. So in this case, what was our future value or ending value? What was this is our present value, our future value. So the n is 5. So this is our compound annual growth rate is equal to future value over present value, 1 over n minus 1. So what we get here, 6,500 over 4,000, the power 1 over what? 5 minus 1. All right, so when you compute that properly, what do you get? You're going to get 1.65 to the power 0.2 minus 1. Okay, this minus 1 comes here. So this in there, it will be what? 1.65. And 1 over 5 is equal to 0.2 minus 1. So this, when computed, it will give you 10.2%. 10.2%. All right. All right, so we go to effective annual rate. Who remembers the formula for effective annual rate? Effective annual rate? 1 plus R over M, the power M minus 1. So what do we have in here? We have our R at 12%. Quarterly means what is our compounding? 4 times. So there's no aspect of time in there. So 12% over 4, the power 4 minus 1. So this shows you the real interest rate, that is N. So what is our compound? What is our effective annual rate? Comes 12.55%. right? Right, then Company A offers 10% compounded annually. Company B offers 9.8% compounded quarterly. If you invest 10,000 for each for 6 years, which investment will have a higher value? So you're comparing two multiple investments. So investment A, 10% annually. Investment B, 9.8% quarterly. And the principal amount is 10% for both 6 years. So how do we calculate for the first one? Okay, so for investment A, present value 1 plus R to the power. If it's quarterly, what is the future value? The value is called what? Present value 1 plus R. You can use this one if you want the general formula for MT. Okay, what's investment A? You have 10,000. It's annually, right? So 10%. Annually means once. You can put a 1 there, then 1 there, and 6. All right. So when you compute this to be 10,000, 1.10 to the power what? 6. So what do we get? Please always have the calculator nearby. What do we get? So when you compute, we're going to get 17,715.61. 17,715.61. Okay. 17,715.61. The next one, this is investment A. Investment B, using the same formula, we're starting with 10,000 here. 1 plus our R is what? 9.8%. So 0.98. 0.098 is where people are making a mistake. Divided by, it was compounded quarterly. So quarterly, what is our M? 4. And here 4 times 6 years. So when you compute that, what are we going to get? We're going to get 17,876.6. 17,876.69. 17,876.69. So which investment is better? A or B? It's definitely B. The idea is that the more you compound, the higher the figure. All right? The more you compound, the higher the figure. All right. So this is under time value of money. So next session in the evening, we're going to look at time value of money with multiple cash flows. So for today, for now, we end here, and I'll give you these very questions as your homework to attempt. I'll need these questions before 5. Unless there are questions, and ask now.